you know, in order to keep my composure and not lose my cool over the stupidity that people talk about, I sort of want to just say, I don't want anyone to really come, seeking my company unless they have something, one, either good to say, are in a good mood, or just haven't seen me for a while and wanted to say hi, but don't expect to stay long. Because I'm not trying to be negative to anybody, but I don't want to sit and small talk about dumb things. Say, people have heard of things like mystical beings and light workers and stuff like that, healers and whatever. A healer can't heal you if you don't let them, if you don't believe in them. A light worker is not what if a light worker was standing right in front of you and they just look like a human being? And the most magical things could happen in your life if you just took one little step and listened. But instead, because you are stuck in your own mind, and you would say, ignorance is bliss, and it just doesn't bother me that I don't know. It's one of those things where I just would want to just hit somebody so hard and say, come on, man, you want this so bad, you just don't know. And because it's a gift that I have for other people that they don't want, it's just in me, and I love it, but I don't like it being alone. I don't like having my whole family gone. When they come around, they talk about the job they have, the inconveniences with whatever dramas are going on in their life, and the modern news stories that are on TV, and maybe the sales, the gas prices, people travel, the traffic, the weather. People talk about the same damn things, and they seem to just think that's what everyone does. No, that's what sleeping people do. And the thing is that everyone's sleeping, so everyone thinks that's what everyone does. I guarantee you there are millionaires and billionaires and business people out there that aren't geniuses, but they aren't spending their time sitting around talking about the weather. They're doing things. They're making moves, and they're bad ones. And people who are asleep are allowing bad things to happen to themselves because they're not thinking about it. So I really wish people would take this a little bit sincerely, because I'm watching the world fall apart, and all I'm doing is I'm standing here with the toolkit to fix it, and it's still moving, and I've already hit the power button, but it refuses to shut off because it likes all the drama too much. It's self-propelling now. It's a self-propelling drama machine. The wheel of fortune is the wheel of terror, and nobody seems to even care. They're like, well, might as well ride it out till it ends, instead of saying, wow, this actually isn't that hard to change this. We could just work together. But that takes work, effort, and me changing and talking to people and making up for all my past wrongs. And how do I stop doing all those negative things that I did? Or, I'm too old to worry about that kind of stuff. There's nothing I can do. People are just that full of baloney. They're full of fear and no motivation to do anything. Just total fear, distrust in the world. It's not that I don't trust people. It's that I know they don't know what they're talking about. So once I talk to them and help them, I totally trust them. I don't think anyone means me any harm, but I think people will get offended when I say you're wrong when they think they're right and they're not. So what can I do about that? Because if somebody is wrong and they say, you think you know something, they're just a little defensive about something that somebody said to them, and they say, I'd rather be duped than whatever. Well, that because I'm telling you that you're being duped and I'm right, your defense is, I'd rather be duped than go around telling people I know stuff. But what happens if you know stuff? What happens if you really do know? And you can show people, I'm sorry that you're butthurt about somebody knowing more than you and you're jealous or something. I don't know. You would say you're not, of course. But you are. And you want to be the one. And the person is saying they're not the one. You are too. And they're trying to show you that. But instead, you take a personal ego butthurt trip. And that's what you do. That's what people do. They get butthurt all the time. And they act like, oh, you don't know nothing. Right when you say something to them and it makes sense, they get mad still. Because they're mad at you for their ego problems, not for the facts or non-facts, just because. And they say something silly like, well, and you're just a blah, blah, blah. And they say something silly like that means anything. They talk little kid gossip fights. And I'm not trying to get in little squabbles or disagreements with people who are arguing over their ego butt. So what the hell are you supposed to do? Wake up, little kids, please.